How's it going, Florida State fans? Kurt Weiler, Pat Burnham here for the Osceola on the Rivals Network after another practice, I guess the first of the week after a couple off days for the team coming off Saturday's
Yeah,
scrimmage.
practice number 16, and really one of the top takeaways was they started moving to scout teams towards the end of practice as they begin preparation for Duquesne, getting ready for first game week next week. Coach Norvell mentioned that he called it a solid practice. Certainly mentioned that it was not one of their best practices and that they would need to continue to push when they're tired and push through that and continue the intensity that he expects to see from beginning to end. Certainly mentioned several guys as far as what he saw from the scrimmage. Kurt, you spent some time listening to Jordan Travis speak, but Coach obviously spoke about Jordan in the scrimmage.
Yeah, Jordan was limited in the scrimmage, not by any injury, but just I think they know what he is. They wanted to give the younger guys some work with the ones. But I think he said in Jordan's time in there, he completed 70% of his passes, had a really good day, just continued to be, I think, what the coaches had hoped they could be by kind of committing to him. And I know he had some praise for the younger quarterbacks as well. And Lawrence Toafili drew some praise for him.
He's doubled down on that, right? He mentioned something in Jacksonville last week about the fact that he'd been one of the stars at camp, and not only did he say he'd been continue to say that, had one of the best camps of any player on the team at any position, and Lawrence has been fairly accomplished for coming in and playing as a true freshman. Also said he was the most improved player on the squad, so that says a lot right there. Some other news coming out of today's practice: C.J. Campbell, and Walker running back from Panama City, will miss the rest of the year with an injury, which led to Josh Burrell moving to running back for the first time today. Josh is going to continue to play both running back and receiver, but Kurt, obviously Coach Norvell was pleased with what he's seeing with Josh.
Yeah, I thought it was a good day. I think for a guy who I think from kind of Mike Norvell talk, it didn't seem like Josh played much running back in high school. It seemed that the position came pretty natural to him. He was obviously natural as a pass catcher out of the backfield, which makes sense. But I think he also, Norvell talked about his quick feet and how that could be a real benefit for him as a running back. And like we've talked about, we'll see how much he were to break into that rotation there if they have the top three guys all available, because those guys feel pretty entrenched. But it's nice to have depth there, and he definitely showed a lot in his first day at a new position.
Yeah, and what you saw, if you watch any of Josh's tape coming in to Florida State from high school, he's an extremely strong runner after the catch. Coach Norvell felt that would transition obviously very well to the running back position. And the other thing is he mentioned that Josh has the football IQ to make that transition, that he knows all three wide receiver positions. Every route combination does not matter. You can line them up with either of the three positions. And, of course, as we've seen Coach Norvell do his first 2 years, he does like to have running backs that he can line up in the slot. So he does think that will help make this a more natural transition for Josh.
Yeah, this is the first of 5 straight practices and kind of the final true week of preseason camp, if you will, moving into game week next week. And we'll get to watch 4 of those, so we'll have plenty of coverage of the rest of the week out here. But I think that'll do it for us for here. Go to floridastate.rivals.com for plenty more coverage from today's practice.
Thanks for joining us.